Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another at Ping. This is going to be your fire department edition. I've been stuck on the South Fire for the past few days, and after 20 hours straight on night ops and all day the first day, they have finally let me have a little break. So we're going to get to some of these questions. And I appreciate everybody sending in video submissions this time. It was rad, including my first from a father and daughter, which I loved. Travis and Olivia, let's hear what they have to say.
Hello, David. My name is Travis Pilot. This is my daughter, Olivia. We're from Cole Camp, Missouri, and had a couple questions for you today. Mine is, was there any other motorcycle discipline that you wish you would have tried? I know you did motocross and supermoto, but do you wish you would have ever tried maybe motorcycle trials, road racing, flat track, speedway, or anything else? And what was your question, Olivia?
My question for you was, what was your favorite race bike?
Thanks, David.
All right, so they want to know about other disciplines. And, you know, I got really lucky when I quit racing. I was able to travel around and do a bunch of different disciplines: hill climbing, mini bikes, some off-road stuff. I did works and GNCC, and that was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed doing other things. Did some bike intros at like road racing stuff. But I guess if I had to answer your question, I would have loved to have gotten into trials a little bit. It's so weird and different from motocross, you know, like the way the foot controls are, and you don't have access to the brake and the shifter right there real quick. It's super different. But I wish I could have gotten into that a little bit more. And actually Jeff Aaron over at Gas has asked me to come out and check it out and ride a couple of their bikes, and I just haven't gotten to it yet. But I do want to do that. And also road racing. I wish I had spent more time. I've done a few track days and I really enjoy it. I was able to take kind of what I learned at Supermoto and apply it. So I'm a little bit more comfortable on asphalt than I would be otherwise. But it's just a lot of fun. If you've never done a track day, make sure it's at the right place and you're in a safe environment, but holy cow, is it fun. A completely different thrill going that fast, and you know, by the second or third time I went out, I was dragging knees pretty good and able to wear out the pucks on my knees, and that was really, really a lot of fun. So I'd love to do some more of that. So that was Travis's question. Olivia wanted to know about what my favorite race bike was. I always tell everybody my 2000 Suzuki RM 125 just fit me like a glove. If you've ever had a bike like that where you just felt like you couldn't make a mistake on it, and if you did, the bike almost helped you out of it. That's how I felt with that thing. It just melded to me, and it was really tough for me to even not have fun riding that thing. I also want to give an honorable mention to my 07 Honda 250F that I raced in Supermoto for Troy Lee Designs. Pro Circuit built that, and it was a rocket. It was so fun to ride. It was loud. We didn't have any noise restrictions then, so he built basically like a straight pipe for it. This thing hauled butt, but it was really loud. And then I also want to mention my 2020 YZ125. This is basically Ryan Villapoto's setup. Mitch made a bunch of horsepower into a bike for him for the races he was doing, and I was able to ride that thing, and actually stole his exact head and cylinder and pipe, and that bike is awesome. So fun. So those would be my three favorites. Appreciate the questions, you guys. Thanks so much. Keep them coming. Next is Landon. Let's have a listen.
David Pingree, a quick question for you. Now I know in the veteran Motocross of Nations, Des Nations, I don't know, I just read the thing. But I would say that in the veteran of nations, they use two-strokes. Would it not be excellent if the Motocross of Nations was 125, 250, and 500 class, just like the olden days? Because, I mean, everybody's struggling to make a team anyway, because they're like, yeah, you know, we compete against each other all day long, you know. But everybody loves two-strokes, so come on. Would it be cool? You let me know.
He wants to know about the MXdN on two-strokes. Yes, the Vet Motocross to Nations is all on two-strokes, and it's awesome. If you've never been to that event, it's great. It's a lot of fun. The guys that ride those old bikes are going really fast. It's really cool to go check out. I just don't think you get anybody to buy in on that on a global scale, global stage. You know, several of the manufacturers don't make them anymore. I love the idea. I love your enthusiasm, but I just don't think we'd make it happen, man. I think that they are making a comeback, though. We've got more bikes showing up. There's more excitement about racing them at the, you know, kind of all over the world, whether that's Australia, there's a bunch of buzz down there around the 125s. Over here there was until COVID crushed it. You know, the 125 racing over in the GPs. It's definitely kind of having a resurgence, and I love seeing that. So hopefully local racing can kind of latch onto that. I don't think we're going to see it at the MXON or DN, however you want to say it, but I like your enthusiasm, buddy. Thanks for the video. And my last one comes from Kevin. Listen to what he's got to say.
Hey Ping, so I need you to settle a debate for me. I run an O-ring chain on my bike, and all my buddies give me a really hard time because my O-ring chain robs too much horsepower from me from these bikes. I don't think that it's gonna take much away from these big powerful 450s that we have, but I just need you to help me out. Does it really rob that much horsepower from these bikes that someone like us who are weekend warriors that are going to really worry about something that might happen with our O-ring chain? I like them because they're stronger, seem to last longer, so it's better for my pocket. Can you just help me out here? Thanks.
All right, Kev, listen, man, I got your back. There is so much horsepower on these 450s. I promise you we're not using it all, okay? Whatever that little bit is that it robs, and on a dyno, I know guys that are motorheads that on their dynos, they'll lube the chain every time before they do a run because it can give you a, you know, fraction of a horsepower. In the dirt, on these bikes with this much power and torque, whether you have an O-ring chain or something lighter, on a 450, you're not gonna tell. Maybe a 125, I would say they might have something there. I guarantee you, you can go back to back on a 450, you're not gonna tell the difference between those two chains. And you know, those guys are gonna be buying a couple of chains to your one, throw a sprocket with a steel ring on that thing, and you'll just be laughing while those guys are working on their bikes. You'll be out doing motos. So tell your buddies to pipe down. They're out of line here. There's nothing wrong with running an O-ring chain. In fact, I had one on my bike all this year. It was a Pro X O-ring, and I didn't notice anything. Like I said, these bikes are so fast. Come on. Even if it took a full horsepower away, I wouldn't know the difference. So thanks for the question. I hope you can rub this in your buddy's face because you were pretty much right, Kev. I'm going to just go ahead and let you have that right now. Hey, thank you guys for sending in letters. I really appreciate it. I'm going to try to get some sleep. I'm probably back onto the fire tomorrow, and hopefully by next week we'll be back to normal. Maybe another soccer edition. Who knows? All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.